What's going on, everybody? I'm Howard Bender from Fantasy Alarm. It's time now for your MLB Week 13 Fantasy Baseball Stock Watch. Player values are rising and falling, much like commodities on the stock market. So you need to know, who are you investing in and who are you letting go. Let's start it off right now. The little 3 up, 3 down, and our fantasy baseball risers. We start with outfielder Jackson Merrill from the San Diego Padres. Listen, Merrill was a beautiful, shiny new toy to open up this season. He batted 280 through the first month of the season, good RBI, 4 stolen bases. And then all of a sudden, everything just kind of maintained and the buzz started to drop on Merrill. So nobody was really talking about him. Now, fast forward here to the month of June, and guess who's got his power stroke all of a sudden? That's right, a 281 isolated power mark with 4 doubles, 4 home runs here in the month of June. And he's doing all of this without striking out too much and not at the expense of his batting average, still maintaining a 275 pace here for this season. So if you're looking for a guy who doesn't have big gaudy numbers but is developing even more, that's Jackson Merrill. Let's go to the Boston Red Sox, Ceddanne Rafaela. That's right, another youngster here we're looking at. Now, super slow start to the season. He batted like 186 for the first month. But lately, things have definitely turned around a lot more for him. We're talking about a 6-game hit streak with 5 multi-hit performances in that span, 2 doubles, a home run, 3 RBI, 6 runs scored, and a stolen base. Now, the numbers for Rafaela aren't going to get crazy because he's still striking out a little too much. But teammate David Hamilton just suffered an oblique issue. So Rafaela likely to start getting more starts at shortstop, thus enhancing that multi-position eligibility. So if you're looking for a little added boost here, Rafaela, strike while the iron is hot. Finally here, how about Hunter Brown? That's right, starting pitcher for the Astros. This guy posted a 9.78 ERA with a 2.22 whip for the first month of the season. It was atrocious. People were dropping him left and right. I felt like a dope using him as one of my favorite pickups in later rounds. Well, guess what? He's steadily climbing out of that right now. Had a 3.42 ERA in the month of May, and now he's posting a 1.32 ERA. Here in June, he's got 5 straight quality starts with at least 7 strikeouts in each of his last 4. He's got some good matchups coming up. Hunter Brown, you want him. You need him. Now who's on their way down? Who are the players losing value? We start with Josh Lowe, another guy who is a favorite of mine on draft day. But this outfielder for the Tampa Bay Rays, great season last year, right? Batted 292 with 20 home runs, 32 stolen bases for his campaign. So I had high hopes for him, but injuries derailed him in spring. He got off to a slow start, and then he got hurt again, dealing with another oblique issue. So he's back. However, he's only 2 for his last 24 at-bats. That's right. That's a .083 batting average here for the month of June. Minimal production, and now he's sitting like every game against a left-handed pitcher. It looks like it's almost like every 3 games, but we've seen him sit back-to-back against lefties now, and that's not good news for Josh Lowe. I do think that he's a guy who you can look at as maybe a buy low for the second half of the season, but you're going to have to wait until he gets his time off for the All-Star break. Also on the way down, Rhys Hoskins. Great little moment there with his big #1 fan and his return to Philadelphia, but this move to Milwaukee has not been kind at all. I'm talking about the fact that this guy's batting .214 on the season, and over the last 2 weeks, he's posted a 31% strikeout rate. You always worry about guys who are going to move to another ballpark, but going from Philly to Milwaukee kind of seemed like a little bit of a no-brainer. Unfortunately, dude's batting .224 at home right now with a 31% strikeout rate. No hope in sight. Maybe a little hope in sight. July 1st, the Milwaukee Brewers head to Colorado for a 4-game slate, but you might want to keep him on the bench until that time comes because he is not helping you out. And then finally, the last guy on their way down, Jesus Luzardo. Could you give me a more Jekyll and Hyde starting pitcher than Jesus Luzardo? We forgave some of the early season woes because he got lit up by the Yankees and he got lit up by the Braves. Then he went on a nice little run there, throwing some quality starts, picking up the strikeouts. But now he's been, he got destroyed by the Rays a couple of starts ago, gave up 9 earned runs in 4 1/3 innings. And now he's allowed 16 earned runs over his last 4 starts, a total of 21 innings with a 1.57 whip. But even worse, 12 strikeouts to 8 walks. The strikeout rate has been miserable. And that's been why we want Jesus Luzardo. So he's got a couple of outings coming up here, but I don't know what his condition's going to be. They say he's dealing with a back issue, so he might not even make his next start against a strikeout-prone Seattle team. After that, he goes to Philly. I don't know if you want him there. Guys, I've got a great article over at fantasyalarm.com, gives you more details, more insights, more behind the scenes numbers that you need to know. And I'll tell you what, if you don't have a subscription over at Fantasy Alarm, zap this QR code right now. Now is the time you want to get in. Go to fantasyalarm.com/win. Use the promo code Let's Go. That'll give you 50% off your first month. But when you sign up for our monthly, guess what? Not only do you get all the rest of the baseball season-long DFS betting, but you also get everything that we're doing right now for the football season, which means, yeah, that's right, Fantasy Football Draft Guide dropping at the end of June. Fantasy Football Cheat Sheet, yeah, that's coming too. So get in on it while you can right now. Again, zap this QR code sitting right in front of me, or just go to fantasyalarm.com/win. Use the promo code Let's Go for 50% off your first month. I'm Howard Bender from Fantasy Alarm. We'll catch you next time.